Hi, everybody. It's Gene Simmons, and you're not, and you're listening to the Potter Than Hell podcast with Steve, BC, BB, and Dylan. But you knew that, didn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is your last stop on the crazy train of hard rock and heavy metal. So sit back, buckle in, and hang on. Here we go.
Hello, Potter Than Hellions. Welcome back to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is Steve, your host, and with me this week is
BC
and keyboards, and also with us tonight is
Dylan.
Hi, guys. Hey, it's been a while since we recorded. Shit, we didn't last we recorded was that M3, and that was like 3 weeks ago, I think, down in Maryland, down there in Columbia, Maryland. I couldn't think of it because it was so long ago. You know, I can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone fucking the beginning of the month. But we're back. BB is out for this evening, and I think he's going to be out for a little bit. He's got a bunch of stuff going on for the next couple weeks and stuff, so we'll have to toe the line for the BB. So it'll be one killer B for the next couple episodes. BC, what's up, my friend? How are you?
Nothing. Just work. Busy running around and craziness.
How's the new granddaughter doing?
Oh my God.
I gotta ask that. I gotta ask it.
She's cool. She's crazy. I ordered that Wright baby wore black.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you order it?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, they had a Queensryche onesie online today, and it was Queensryche the baby wore black. So I shared it to BC, and he ordered it. I want to see a picture of that.
You got to get a baby driver onesie now.
Yeah, I haven't seen her yet. I mean, I've seen pictures and stuff. Freaking kid's got more hair than me already. I mean, that's not saying a lot, but I mean, that's a little kid though, you know. So, Dylan, how about you? What's going on with you? I know you got something cool coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to be going to Boston tomorrow for a couple days for the first time. Never been, so that'll be very exciting.
Boston's awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah,
so.
great town to go. Actually, this will be out after you're already back, but I'll tell Zeus you're going to be up there. He's right there.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
maybe you could hook up with him or something.
BB was just there as well.
BB,
took Killian there for a.
They were there for a game. Yeah, they were up on the big green monster. You guys aren't sitting up there, are you?
We're probably gonna be nosebleeds if we're gonna get tickets day of. So.
All right. Oh, okay. Who are they playing?
I think Orioles.
Oh, they're not going to. That won't sell.
Yeah, that's what we were.
Yeah.
We're like,
That's not
it'll
going to
be
be
okay.
a problem.
It's not like it's the Yankees.
Yeah, they're not
like
playing the
at the
Yankees.
big rivalry.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that won't be. You should be able to be all right then. And I was going to tell if Dylan's a beer drinker, get that Brick Red, but he won't partake in that. The Sam Adams Brick Red.
Yeah. My friend told me about this app that does like a pub crawl along the Freedom Trail. Might do that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. There's a lot to do up there. It's nice.
There is. Do the Sam Adams tour if you can. So you have to give us a report when you get back.
Yeah, we'll do.
For how you made out, which I'm sure you'll have a good time. And I got the same shit going on. Work, come home, shower, repeat, go back to work.
Over.
Yeah. So no shows coming up really. Skid Row was supposed to play at the Hollywood Casino. That's in Grantville. That's right by Hershey. That's where I found out that is.
Hershey.
They've been having shows there. Journey played there last year, so it's the Hollywood Casino. It's Grantville. It's the Hershey exit. It's like you get off there and it's right off of 81 there. So yeah, they were supposed to play, and due to weather, I guess their soundboard got toasted. But Granza went, and Mo and Kit and Kat went, and the band was there, so they got pictures with Eric Grunwald and Scotty Hill and Snake Sabo. Yeah, so that was at least.
They were hanging out.
Consolation prize, I guess.
Yeah.
That they got to at least, see those guys and stuff like that.
I definitely love to meet Scotty Hill. Out of anybody, if I had to choose one, it'd be him.
I don't know. He's nuts. I like him. I like his because remember we saw Skid Row up in this. It was called the Trailside Inn. It was in someone's house. So we saw Skid Row literally playing someone's fucking living room.
House party.
In their living room.
It was just like being in somebody's house.
And Snake Sabo was out for some reason. So Scotty did all the soloing. Whoever the other guy was, he just played rhythm. Mm-hmm. And he fucking tore it up, man. He did everything. It was like fucking awesome. And he rocked too. I would... I've seen them on the Kiss Cruise. I didn't, get any pictures with any of the guys. I don't think back when they were on Kiss Cruise. I think they were on Kiss Cruise 6, I think. But they cranked, and now with Eric there, we've talked that to death when we did our M3 wrap up, which was last week. actually 2 weeks ago from when your guys are going to be hearing this. And last week we did our part, I think it was part 3 of the worst of the best.
Yep.
And we had a good time with that. And what do you think about that, Dylan?
It was a lot of fun talking about the albums, maybe not listening to them. Some of them were good. The Poison album was pretty good, and I didn't mind some of the stuff on some of the other albums, but those were always fun to talk about, just ripping into them. That one, the last song on the Ted Nugent album, Never Stop Believing, the blues version. If I ever hear that again, it'll be too soon. But
that was a poonie. That was a barutal.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Ted needs to stick to the rockin' stuff, not that.
We will be talking about Rockin' Ted later in this episode.
That we will. What'd you think, BC?
I liked it. I mean, it's not like the albums were totally all shit, but they might have been very different for the bands
off the beaten track.
Off the beaten path for the bands that we were talking about, but no.
And I think of it this way: even some bands' worst albums are better than some bands' best albums.
True.
And there's always something you could pick off of something that is of some value that is good. The Poison album, that's my second favorite Poison album. I'm like, I'm glad he fucking picked that one. I fucking love that album. I think it's fantastic. And so what do we have? We had the Poison album,
Dokken, Ted Nugent, and Tesla.
And Tesla. Yeah. Shock, like we talked about that. Tesla must have heard us knocking on them on the way down and recording the episode. That's why they screwed Dylan on. Yeah.
Must have been
Coming at You Live. So, but there's even a couple decent songs on there. It's just not like not the Tesla that we know and love. It's just I hope that if they do another album, I know they put out that song that was
Cold Blue
Steel.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay, but like you don't do that second in your set. You know what I mean? You just don't do that.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I enjoyed it. The Ted Nugent album I like too.
Yeah. There is a show that was going to be out by the time this episode comes out. The Creatures Fest will have come and gone by the time we.
I meant to mention that. I'm glad you brought that up.
The night after M3 or 2 nights after M3, of course they come at you live.
Yep.
Do you see that?
Yeah, no, it was literally.
If
you look at the set list on Setlist FM,
Jones beat through it.
It's a sandwich of Coming at You Live opening the show, and then M3 is the. Yeah. I mean, there was another show that they also opened with Modern Day Cowboy, but the shows in between M3.
Well, there was something online that Tesla posted. They call that the Dylan set list.
Yeah. Yeah, they
know when he's going to see the show. It's either don't do it or do it acoustic.
Yeah.
2 days on, it was on. Oh, it's all Tesla and here's the set list. I'm like, coming at you live. I'm like, oh my god! And I think I texted you going, look at this shit.
It's ridiculous.
They did the Dylan set list. I think that's an actual thing. We'll have to.
Did you so attend the Dylan Wright?
And we won't see them. We'll see them on Monsters of Rock Cruise. Well, I mean, they're going to be on the Monsters of Rock Cruise. I don't know if we're going to actually see them.
I'm sure they'll play Coming at You Live there because I won't be there.
I don't know. Probably both shows. They'll probably do a 10-minute version of it.
Yep.
We're going to do like an extended version of.
Yeah. And today is May 24th, 2022, and I got a text in our Monsters of Rock travel group from Steve and Michael that tomorrow, the 25th, they're supposed to announce the bulk of the bands that are going to be on Monsters of Rock Cruise next year. I hope that's. I didn't see it, but Steven's usually he's the cruise guy. He's our cruise director.
Is he going to?
He's our Julie McCoy.
He's the inside.
Huh?
Is he going to Creatures Fest?
Yeah. We're like the only guys not going.
No.
It's just I couldn't swing it with time wise and work and shit. It's just too much shit
Boston,
going on here. Dylan will be in Boston. I hope everybody had an awesome time there. I can't wait to hear from those guys, which I'm sure they're going to be texting me all week. Oh, you're missing. I'm like, I'm preparing myself mentally for it, but it's going to be cool. Ace is playing. Peter is going to play with Ace, but then there was something. Someone said there was some drama between them two in the last couple days or something like that. I don't know. I'm not surprised by it.
Did one of them want to play in a bathrobe?
I don't know. But Peter did last week, a couple days ago on Sunday, did a couple songs with that band Sisters. I think it's Sisters Doll, I think. That he did the show at the Cutting Room in New York City, same place that he did his, in quotations, his final show. And he did You Matter to Me. some other shitty song from a solo album, and then something from one of his other albums. Like he didn't play. He sang 3 songs. Mm-hmm. I honestly didn't watch any of the videos because I have, no offense to any Peter Criss fans, I have no interest in that whatsoever. Cool to see he looked healthy. He looked good. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad he's doing good. He's getting out there and he's doing stuff. But like I said, I don't have. If he got up and he sang like "Baby Driver" or "Hooligan," I'd be all over that shit. You know what I mean? I'd be like fucking or like
Hard Luck Woman.
I would eat that would be all right. That would be okay. Hooligan would be fucking fantastic. Shit. Dirty Living, man. If he did Dirty Living, I'd be playing that 24/7. But I'm glad to see that he looks healthy. He looks like he's doing good, and I hope that all our buddies get all their stuff signed from Peter that they need to when they're down there. I know that Sonny and Tom and Zeus and them. I know they're doing the meet and greet with all of them. So I think they're definitely going to be doing. I know Tom and Zeus and Sonny are definitely doing the Peter one as well. But Steven, I'm not sure on. But Vinnie Vincent is supposed to play. And that's the thing I'm most interested in hearing about.
So it's going to be great. You see the thing on Facebook?
I did see that, where he was kind of hiding behind the guy. Is that the one?
Oh, he's with the guy. And
he was just like he was hiding behind. Like he was hiding behind him there a little bit.
It's going to be great.
His hair was long and luxurious. Did you see that? He was all fabulous.
I don't know. Hey.
I want to see it. There's no way they can control people filming this shit down there. There's just no way that could fucking happen. So it's gonna be do or die. And I honestly hope that he plays. And I'm rooting for him. I do want to see Vinnie Vincent shred. I want him to prove my eyes wrong from what I saw in Miami.
Hopefully. I mean, hey.
I really hope he does good. Ace has been playing some shows around. Have you watched any of the Ace videos? Me and you watched a couple. Have you watched any Ace videos, Dylan?
I can only imagine.
Brutal. I'm sorry, Ace fans. The songs they're played at, you know how Slow Rocket Ride was? Like the rest of the songs were like that. I'm like,
oh, that's rough.
Like, and they were doing Rip It Out and like,
rip it
now
out.
you know I've been cheating. That very first line in he wasn't even at the microphone when the fucking song started.
He's starting to just talk to words.
Oh. Yeah,
like
it's not good. And I mean, I'm not one to talk. I'm not a guitar player, but like he cannot play without looking at the fucking guitar now. It's I mean the solos sounded okay, but like you're right, he is singing the songs now. The band is fantastic. I think they do great, but I don't like how they're doing all these Kiss songs. God, there's so many do Kiss songs, do Ace Kiss songs. Don't do Love Gun. Don't do Detroit Rock City. I'd say Deuce, okay, because that was the first song he ever played with the band, and he's been playing that all along. I don't need to see Ace's band do Love Gun. I don't need to see them do Detroit Rock City. I don't need to see that. I want to see Into the Night. I want to do something like Something Moved. One of the Ryan or Jeremy could sing that. And Zach Throne's playing bass for them now. He could fucking sing anything. So I don't know. And not to harp on Ace, but for the sake of everybody at Creatures Fest, I hope he doesn't continue to do the stuff from Origins. You don't need to play Led Zeppelin, whatever songs he did. Like Ace trying to sing Robert Plant is like a fucking turtle trying to win the Indianapolis 500. It really is. Like I don't want to see him do Mountain, a song that the only song that I know of them is Mississippi Queen, and I fucking hate that song. And the other one's even worse that he sings. That, and no, I'm mixed up on that. I have Zeus's voice in my head singing the Led Zeppelin song in the Ace voice. I can't get that out of my fucking head. But like, I hope that he doesn't do those cover songs at Creatures Fest. I hope he just let it be Kiss and let it be Ace Kiss. Wouldn't it blow everybody's mind if he just went there and did this 78 solo album? That would be perfect for down there. That would be just, I mean, not say anything to anybody, just get up there and just play the fucking 78 solo album. We saw it. The sound went to crap down in New Jersey, but I mean, that wasn't any fault of their own. It was really cool. And you have Joey Casada and PJ Farley and Steve Brown doing, and a ton of guests, they're doing Kiss Unplugged on the Friday afternoon at the pool. That's going to be a freaking awesome thing too. I hope that someone is, and actually I should be able to watch that because it'll probably be coming on like at 4:00 here. So I hope someone live streams it. So I would definitely check that out. So guys, hope you guys had an awesome time at Creature Fest. So by the time we're listening to this, we'll see how much stuff we were right and wrong on. But I'm glad you brought that up, Dylan. Very cool. Before we get going, Iron Maiden started touring again. They played a first show the other night. Did you guys see the set list I sent?
Yep.
Let me pull it up and see what we.
Not the songs I would have picked from the new album, but that's just me.
No. I kind of agree with that. Is that it? Yeah, here it is. They opened up with Shinjitsu.
Terrible.
Then did Stratego. Then Writing on the Wall, and that was all that they did from the new album Shinjitsu. Revelations, Blood Brothers, Sign of the Cross, Flight of Icarus, Fear of the Dark, Hell Be Thy Name, Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden, then Trooper, Klansman, Run to the Hills, and then they did Aces High for the last song, which was kind of a bold choice. I thought cool, very cool, don't get me wrong, but and they played in Zagreb, Croatia on the 22nd. So, yeah, weird. Did they do the 3 songs from the new album just to get them out of the way, do you think? Or, but the thing is, you're not playing the United States, so people in other places love the new Maiden, love all this stuff. They probably went fucking insane.
I agree.
They pulled this off when we go to see them in where are we going to see them? Newark, I think we're going to see them. People will be like, "What the fuck is this?" And I don't like Senjutsu as an opening song for an album and for a concert.
No,
that's a negative. That's a no for me, dog, on that one. But I mean, the rest of the song is pretty much the set list with a couple songs taken out from the Legacy of the Beast tour. Which, I mean, good solid set list. I love to see Revelations in there. And what do you think, BC?
From what I saw, not too bad. I mean, I think somebody on Facebook was posting a video. I didn't get to see it though yet.
Oh, did you see the Samurai Eddie?
I did see that. Yeah.
That's
Samurai
fucking
cool.
cool. That's so cool.
Better than the Predator one. I didn't like that one.
Well, that's a cool one too.
The Final Frontier one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was like Predator. What would you think though?
Nothing really surprising on that set list. Songs that they've tried and true, well tested. It's cool seeing Hell Be the Name back in the set list after the whole shebang with the
getting sued and all that.
Yeah, getting sued. But like I said, those are not the songs I would have picked from the new album.
Darkest Hour would have been in there if I had to say it. Darkest Hour, that has the best solo on the whole fucking album.
I would put it later in the set.
Yeah, I think I would have mixed them songs in a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't front load it like you just said with the Tesla, like having their new song second in the set.
It killed the set. It killed it.
They're literally having the 3 new songs right at the beginning. Right. That's not a great way to get, like, if you put Aces High at the beginning, if you flip the set list upside down, maybe.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think the people there probably ate this shit up big time.
Okay.
But I don't know.
But as far as the United States, it might be a little.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like if Eternity Should Fail.
Good.
Which has that cool intro. Mm-hmm. Here is the soul of a man. Like, that would have been.
Yeah.
Like, that was a cool opener.
That was a very cool opening. Even though the timing
just kind of
like terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. So let us know what you guys think out there. I'm glad they're back. Did you see the drum kit?
I did not.
There's I think it's a whole thing on YouTube where Nico goes through the drum kit. The drums are painted cool. It has like some Senjutsu stuff, and it's got it has the Number of the Beast with Eddie holding up the devil's cut off head. It's cool. Has Somewhere in Time on there, some Senjutsu stuff, and really cool. Very, very cool. I'll have to pull that up later. It's real cool. So,
He almost has enough drums for every album.
he does. Absolutely very cool, because there's not just one thing on each drum too. They go around the whole drum, so very cool. Nico always has awesome drums. And all right, so I think that's all I have. It's been a while since we recorded. Kiss started playing. They started playing their shows back again, ones that they rescheduled that were canceled due to COVID, and I think they just did the one that they canceled when Paul's guitar tech passed away. I think that was one of the shows that they did, and Sonny Pooney was at the one, And actually, I want to say once again to my awesome wife, congratulations for graduating with high honor, summa cum laude, at Central State College in Ohio. We went and did her graduation there. She walked on stage. She got her diploma. It was awesome. We met the Poonies for dinner, Sonny and Nicole. God love Nicole, putting up with Sonny. Gotta love her. We had a great time with those guys, though. They're so cool, so down to earth, and we had an awesome time with them. And actually, Kiss was playing the night that we were getting there, the Thursday night that we went out, and they only played like 25 miles from where we were staying. And Sonny was going to the show, and he wanted me to go, but like I literally drove like 9 hours, and I didn't feel like going anywhere else. I wasn't gonna leave your mother alone in the hotel the first night we're there either. Mm-hmm. But Sonny was at the show. Surprise! No surprises in the set list. The stage was different. The pods, I guess, are on a ship going to Europe for their European tour, and they're playing Download and all that shit over there. So that's going there. But did you see the Cats? Mm. They had, remember how on I want to say Rock and Roll Over Like Destroyer, they had the two cats on the side of the drum. They have new cats now, and they look fierce. They look fucking cool as fuck. They look really cool. No surprises. Hey, they're out there doing it. You know what I mean? It could be a whole episode itself of whatever they're doing. But I'm glad they're out there. I'm glad that they're making good on the shows that people that they had to cancel. I'm glad that they didn't just say fuck it and we're not doing these shows. They at least got out there and they did the shows for these guys and stuff. So I mean, they look good. You're gonna get the same Kiss you've been getting for the rest of the End of the Road tour set list and everything. But hey, they're still out there. They put on a great show. If you haven't seen it, get out there and see it. Why not? What else are you doing that night?
You got a new meme with Gene in the robe?
Yeah. What do you guys think of that? I thought about it. I mean, it doesn't bother me anymore.
Was that for like sound check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not even really sound check. They do a sound check. That's just the like, extra for the fans to check them out. It was all right. I'm like, who cares?
Give a shit.
I'm just glad he didn't wear the white sneakers with it.
I love the somebody said gotta slumber,
Gotta slumber. That's cool. I like that.
But no, I like who cares? It's not like he did the actual show in a bathrobe.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And you know what? That would have been different. That would have been fucking something different. For, everybody wants something new and exciting.
Here you go.
In a bathrobe. Come
on. You don't get the demon. You get the housewife with her hair up in a bathrobe. So Kiss is back out there. Maiden's back out there. Maiden is coming to the States in I think late August. I think we're going in October maybe. Can't wait to see that. We're gonna do we get Frank back in service. Go to do a little Maiden trip with Frank. And so, what have you been listening to, BC? What have you got going?
Like I said, delving into Led Zeppelin for some damn reason. I don't know. I guess really getting into Zeppelin last week and
why
the new. I've always liked Zeppelin. One of my best friends in high school, he was Zeppelin nuts. So it was absorbed throughout the years. The Low X, the 3 CD things, Sky, Water, Earth. I get them mixed up, probably. Whatever.
Yeah, the box set.
I guess.
How's the new songs?
Good.
Does the new guy sing on the new songs?
No. They're like...
The last guy that we saw?
The last guy we saw, yeah.
Okay.
I've heard rough versions of them. Just
right, like demos of them?
A finished version, most.
Did they play one of them when we saw them?
The new ones?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay. I like the
They had the album cover on the
back.
They did,
so they did.
Maybe why
I just can't believe they didn't have it for sale there. At M3. Because it was out the next week, right? It was out the next week.
It was out.
Or was out the day before.
I mean, that was
out then because I ordered it after it was already out.
The merch stand was very lacking from this year.
Yeah,
for everything, No, that came out Friday. The first night of the show.
Right. So the day before they played.
And we looked, I'm like, okay. And I remember I said to you, we'll see. Maybe tomorrow they'll have it for sale.
Right.
Nothing. I said, okay.
The Skid Row
I got on my phone. So that was Saturday. Ordered it. It was at my house like Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, that was fast. This thing I've ever ordered online and it came.
The Skid Row shirts, they had them for sale when the band went on stage. And then by the time they got off, everything was sold out. And I'm like,
yeah.
God damn it. I wanted to buy a Gangs All Here shirt.
Yeah. What are you listening to, Don?
Two of my favorite bands put out new songs. Coheed and Cambria put out a new song called Comatose. Very cool, upbeat song. But more importantly, My Chemical Romance put out their first song in years. The Foundations of Decay, it's called. It's kind of a longer song. Very much Reminds me of their very early stuff from their first album. You brought me my bullets, I brought you my love, or I brought you. It's something like that. But kind of a cool song, a little mid tempo. But it's cool that they're putting out new music, because when they were reuniting, there was no guarantee that they were gonna go back into the studio or do anything with that. And actually, they've been playing shows as well, and the set lists have been really cool.
Are they like original guys in the band?
Yeah, everybody except for the drummer who's been in the band forever. 'Cause you got both Gerard and Mikey Way, you got Frank Iroh, and you got Ray Toro. Those are like the 4 core guys.
Okay, cool. And for me, I just threw on Senjutsu the other night. I really dig that album. I think it's great. We just had the 30th anniversary of Revenge this last weekend, so I checked out some Revenge. So when you check out Revenge, what do you got to check out too? You got to check out Creatures as well. So I checked that out. I was listening to the Vince Neil Exposed album all the way through today, where we may talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. And Wasp Crimson Idol, I threw that on today too. We may talk about that later on. So that's what we got going. BC's got some Led Zeppelin, not sure why, but I'm only kidding you. I like some of their stuff. And some Lillian Axe from the Lillian Axe, can we call that a box set?
I don't know.
3-disc set that just came out with one new song on each CD. How's that?
Yeah.
And Dylan's got some Coheed and Cambria. Comatose is the name of the song, and this is what state you'll be in after you listen to it.
I'll stop it.
And My Chemical Romance with Foundations of Decay, new song. So are they looking for an album tour, or are they just baby steps here?
I'm thinking it's going to be baby steps, because they have a lot of tour dates set up, so they have to, because they also had to reschedule quite a few of them. So
Maybe they'll tour with Def Leppard and record on their days off with Phil Collins
sounds exactly
as
like Def
their
Leppard. Yeah.
producer. And then we'll have a new My Chemical Romance.
God, I
album.
couldn't even imagine
My
how that
Chemical
would
Romance
sound.
Shock Part 2.
I could not fathom what that would be.
Oh my god. Okay, and I have some Iron Maiden, Senjutsu, some Kiss, Revenge and Creatures, Wasp, and Vince Neil. So we have one other thing to get to before we get into the main thing of the thing here tonight. So
It's about time.
Let's check it out.
The Potter Than Hell podcast presents Random Thoughts with Sonny Hollywood Pooty.
You're at a dinner party. You have 5 burritos, and you have 5 people. One of the burritos drops on the floor, opens up a little. The floor is not completely clean. No one has seen it fall. Who gets the floor burrito?
Okay, the dirty burrito. I'll go first. Number one, it depends on who's at the dinner party with us. If it's Sonny, he gets it. If it's Steven's there, he gets it. I don't know. I would be drinking enough where I wouldn't give a shit. I would take it myself. It would kill all the germs. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't do that. Either that, or I would call the waitress over and say, "One dumped off here. Can you give us another one?" And I would wait. I would let everyone else go, and I would wait. I would be the polite one. What do you think, BC?
I don't know. It depends on who's there, like you said. And maybe it'd be the drunkest person at the table, so it'd probably be me. So I guess I would take it.
Dylan.
I think it's the duty of the host to take it, because you just cut that part off, and you're golden. I think.
Well, it would be on the floor the whole.
He said that it opens up a little.
It did open all the way.
It didn't open all the way, so you cut the part that's been in contact with the floor, and I think you have to take the bullet, because you're the host.
How
Like,
dirty is the floor?
you don't want somebody getting sick, like from your stuff at your house,
Right.
and then not be able, like everyone's like, oh, that was the party that.
I would call the waitress. I would say, "Listen, this fell. Can we get another one?" I would honestly let everybody else eat and let them make me a fresh one.
Yeah, I would. You have to take the bullet.
Yeah, because I mean, and also too, it would depend on what restaurant you're in. If you're in some shithole where someone probably pissed or puked on the floor, you know what I mean. You're not even gonna, guess to that. So, okay, Sonny, that one was interesting. Thank you. So there's our random thoughts with Mr. SP. So we'll get into the episode here. This was supposed to be BB's episode, by the way. I'm just going to let everybody know that.
God damn it.
This one is, as you guys see from the title, it's about sick banana solos. He's the one that coined the term first. Sonny came out with banana solos, and then BB did the sick banana solo. So that was why he was supposed to do this one. But he didn't want to, so all right. So I'll take over here. So what we're going to do is we each picked 10 songs that we thought had ripping solos in there, and random bands. I think there's only one repeat, not even artist, but one repeat person, I think, in this whole list here today. So it's not too bad. So and there were some interesting choices here as well. So I think it's going to be pretty kind of cool to talk about this. So I think Dylan's going to go first. We're each going to do 5, and then we'll do our stuff in the middle, then we'll do 5 more at the end. What do you got, Dylan?
So my first 5 tracks, I'll talk about how I kind of went about doing the picking of the songs. I knew that everybody was going to bring in, the rip-roaring solos from, the hard rock and heavy metal, where you just have the virtuosos that come in to do an amazing solo, flurry of notes, things like that. And some of my solos do have that. But I wanted to show that sometimes you can find a really amazing sick banana solo in a song that you don't expect it. And that, in turn, that for me, like, really amplifies the solo because you're like, oh my god, I wasn't expecting that kind of solo. And I also think that the lead into the solo is just as important as the solo itself, the context that the solo is in. Because if you just have a solo coming out of nowhere, and it's a great solo, that's great. But if you have like a really cool build up, like you're like lifting and lifting and lifting, and then the solo is the release, it makes the solo all that much better. So the first song that I picked is from a band that I literally just talked about a couple of minutes ago, My Chemical Romance, from their least heavy album, Danger Days, The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. I picked the song Bulletproof Heart, and the solo in it is done by Ray Toro, the guitarist, and it's kind of a lighter song. It has a very kind of hopeful, happy feel, running away with your significant other kind of thing. But the solo comes in after the second chorus, and it's got a really playful part to it that's really cool. There's some good flurry of notes, some twin guitar action as well with Frank Iero towards the end of the solo. It's short and sweet, maybe lasts, I would say, 7 seconds, maybe 10, but it's a quick solo at the 1:58 mark. I really love it. Ray Toro always has such a good ear for when a solo does well. Another song I was going to pick was the song Dead from Black Parade, but I talked about that album back in the day, and I wanted to showcase another song that I haven't showed for you guys. The second song, a song that I have showcased many times on this podcast, Rope by Foo Fighters from their Wasting Light album. The lead into this solo is, for me, the best because it starts off with this stop-start stuff with the band where the band does like the da-na-na-na-na, and then Taylor does these awesome drum fills, but then it goes into kind of a cool band jam part, and then Chris Shiflett comes in at the 3:06 mark with a kick-ass kind of squealing like doo-doo-doo part that's really awesome, and then it goes into the finger blistering solo that you come to expect, and it keeps the momentum of the song. It's a very forward pushing song, and I think it really works for the tune. My next solo song, Don't Stop Me Now, from Queen off their Jazz album. Of course, Brian May, the guitarist. The thing about this song is you don't hear any guitar whatsoever until the solo comes in at 2:12. It's all piano and bass driving the song with Freddie Mercury's vocals. And I think that's what makes the solo so much more impactful and triumphant, is because right before it, we just have the drums going and the band with the Don't Stop Me, Don't Stop Me, Don't Stop Me. And you're like, okay, we're getting rid of instruments now. But then all of a sudden with the, and then, and Brian May's Red Special comes blazing in. And it's a really cool, triumphant entry into the song because you're waiting for Brian May. He's a key part of Queen. You're not hearing him the entire song. Where's he been? Did he take the day off? But then the solo comes in, and he reminds you who's boss. And this solo is a great version of that. Number 4, a song that is absolutely out of format, from Jack White's first solo album with just him, Blunderbuss. Freedom at 21. The cool thing he did with touring for this album was he would switch bands. One band was an all-female band and the other band was an all-male band. So he would switch bands like every night. where he would play like once with the all-female and then once with the all-male band. This solo, I think, works because of the contrast of how simple the main riff is, because it's very, very simple throughout the whole song. And then the solo is really squealy and intense, and there's a lot of notes coming in. And it takes you by surprise because you're kind of going along the song, and there's not really too much going on. It's got a little bit of a like I said, a simple feel, but then the solo is just instantly different, and it completely like hits you like a wave, a wall of sound. And then the fifth track for this first part is from a band called The Answer that I discovered actually in Classic Rock magazine. They would put CDs like in the magazine, and they had the whole album of this album, Everyday Demons, on one of the magazines, and that's how I discovered them. And this song, Demonize, was one of the songs on there that really stuck out to me, along with the song On and On, which is fucking great if you haven't heard that. But the guitarist Paul Mahon at 2:34 starts off with kind of a simple solo for the first bar, but then we get to the blistering part. You know, nice and short and sweet, but it just like kind of hits you really well because it's such a cool guitar-driven song, and there's the nice tempo changes during the chorus that slow it down a little bit. But I think the solo is kind of a cool bluesy rock solo that I really enjoy, that I think is a Sick Banana solo. So those are my first 5 songs. What'd you think of those, BC?
My Chemical Romance. I mean, I've heard these guys a lot through you. Like I said, there's romance parts I like. But, I mean, the solo is good in this song. Foo Fighters, again, this is one of the probably, I don't know, hits, I would say, maybe.
Yeah.
At least for me. Another, I mean, it's not too long, but good solo. Queen, Don't Stop Me Now. I mean, Brian May. I mean, like you said, you hear him the whole song, then bam, there he is. Again, Queen. Jack White, Freedom Act 21.
Yeah, this one was going to be the hard sell.
Yeah, it was a hard sell. But your fifth one, The Answer, Demonize. I really like this band. And I was like, I never heard them before. And I was like, cool. I mean, I like the feel of them.
Mm-hmm.
They have that good feel. I don't know how to really
I
put a pin on it.
I think they're an Irish band, so there you go.
See, that's why I really like that out of all of them. And
Bust out the Jameson.
Yeah.
In your top 5, I really did. And I'm definitely going to dig into these guys a little deeper.
Awesome. Dad?
All right, I got the order kind of mixed up because when I wrote them down, for some reason I forgot Queen, so they're like out of order of what you said. So they're pretty close though. My Chemical Romance, Bulletproof Heart. I really like this song. I thought it was good. The solo's friggin' fantastic for these guys, and it's layered too. It's got the production layer in it. It really rips it up pretty good. Foo Fighters, Rope, good song. The drumming part, like right before that, is fucking fantastic. And and it picks up in tempo. I love that too. When the solo, you get that pick up in tempo in it. And it's just short. It's a short solo too, but a lot of wah wah pedal thrown in there. I think it's very cool. Chris Shiflett kicks ass on that one. The Answer. This song I was like, whoa, this song's fucking awesome. I thought I love the sound of it. It's got like a rock and roll feel to it. Like very understated guitar at the beginning there, rockin' song, and I like this too. The solo starts melodic, you get that melodic feel, and then boom, then it just like friggin' kicks your ass. It's aces for me on this one, and I never heard these guys before either. I've heard the name, but I've never heard. This is the very first song I've heard from these guys, and it's not gonna be the last time you're gonna hear that tonight too. But it was fucking fantastic. Don't Stop Me Now, Queen. I've heard this song a bunch of times. I don't think the solo quite qualifies for Sick Bananas and for my definition of Sick Bananas, but it's still good. It's a great solo, but it's just not. I think he has other ones that rip more. Jack White, I'm in the BC bus with this one. Weird song. The vocals are fucking ridiculous. Like, what the fuck is this? I do like the guitar tone at times, though. And I was like, wow, what the fuck is going on with this song? I'm like, what the fuck? In the solo, it honestly sounds like if I went out there and picked up that guitar out there and plugged it in, and I just started to... That's what would come out of that fucking song, too. Sorry, Doug, that was a no for me on that one. But there's some good picks. Like I said, that the Answer, that was fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, BC, what do you got for your first 5 there?
Okay, I start off with I don't know how I found these guys. I was just surfing one day, and Holy Grail, they do a cover of Kill the King. It's from 2012, their album Ride the Void. The guitar players are Alex Lee and Eli Santana. Come on, they're not guitar. Special guests. But I heard the song that came out, and I was like, I know the song, and I know it's not fucking Rainbow. And I'm fucking like, who is this? And I listen to it. That's just a ripping. They rip it up on this. So I had to throw that in this. My second pick is going to be The Boys in Tesla. One of my favorite albums, other than their debut album, off of Psychotic Supper 1991, Freedom Slaves. Frank Hannon, and back when Tommy Skeech was in the band. I mean, the back and forth soloing. That's all I got to say is, if you have not heard the song, check it out. Just the back and forth ripping. My third pick was Vince Neil. Look in Her Eyes is one of the songs I picked. I could pick them was almost anything off that album. And Steve Stevens playing on Exposed was the name of the album, 1992. It just it started off kind of like, just solo, and then that's it. I call it the second part where King comes in and almost like the spaceship sound. I mean, just that album is just phenomenal to me. Every bashes Vince, I just close my eyes and go back to the 1992 Vince solo album. Number 4 pick is going to be Leatherwolf, Rule the Night, off their 1987 self-titled album. I've always, kind of like the Loading Axes and all these other bands, I always root for these guys, and I always push them as much as I can throughout. Carrie Howe and Jeff Gayer. I totally dig this album, and I think it's so underrated, and an underrated band, and we missed them. We heard them.
We did hear them. They sounded good.
They sounded decent.
From a block away.
From pretty much a block away, but
because we heard them.
We heard
the wind.
On the wind. Yeah, it was windy. Ain't cold. And I'm gonna finish off my top 5 with one of a band you cannot, when you hear a solo and you cannot think of, is Y&T with off their 1981 release Earthshaker with Hurricane of Dave McKetty and Joey Davis. I mean, I love the solo on this. I really like it when they did it on that live one. I'm not sure which one. I think it's a little bit back and forth. I don't know. I can't. I googled everything trying to, if there was any clarification on who actually did what parts, but I couldn't find nothing. But that's just a
Yesterday and Today live.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. But that's my top 5. I mean, there's some good ripping tunes in there. Steve, what do you think?
All right, Holy Grail, Kill the King. I was like, I'm glad we're doing solos on this. I hate the fucking vocals on this song. They were fucking terrible. But they do the solo justice. And the one part that is different on the I mean, I'll take the Adrenaline Mob version over this any day, but this one rips too. But the one part, the real fast part, they do that like a fretboard tapping thing, where it's usually a picking thing. Like there's a you know what I mean? They rip it up though. They tear it up. Those two guys that I never heard of. Freedom Slaves, great soloing in there. And this is another one. It starts melodic, and then they tear it up. And like I put in there too. Not sure who does what part. So you have Frank Hannon and Tommy Skeoch there doing. And I love that once the shredding's done, they go back to the like dual melodic part in a you know what I mean? I like that. I like how Vince Neil, Look in Her Eyes, Steve Stevens. I'll tell you what, this is one of my best memories of me in BC, and I've talked about it before. He picked me up the one day we went, put this in, grabbed a case of beer. Don't try this at home, kids. This is when you could do this shit.
This is a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, 1991 actually, and we just rocked the fuck out to this album. The solo's really good to start, like kind of a run-of-the-mill kind of solo, and then the tempo picks up, and you get that video game kind of sound shit that Steve Stevens does, like on Rebel Yell. You get that on there too. Yeah. You get that they're just friggin' fantastic, and actually that's what spurred me to listen to the whole album today, just front to back, just friggin' fantastic, kick ass. You're right. You could have picked literally almost any song on that album just to tear it up. Steve Stevens just was kick-ass on the album. Leather Wolf, Rule the Night. I fucking hated this song the first time I heard it. I'm like, what the fuck did he pick this time? I'm like, Jesus Christ. And actually, I was listening to the first time I listened to it, I'm like, there was no solo in this fucking song. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I think I just fucking checked out of the song. I think I just fucking checked the fuck out of the song. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm like, he's not going to pick a song with no fucking solo in there. So I paid attention this time. I didn't check out this time. And it fucking rips. I had to go back to the start, but it rips. I know absolutely nothing about Leatherwolf, other than we heard them. The song it kicks up and kills. The dual solo at the end is friggin' fantastic. And at the end of that second list, that chorus has been in my fucking head all day long. And I gave this one to BC. Hurricane, Y&T, Scorcher from the start. Great lead work throughout the whole song. There's lead fills all over the place in this song, and like goddamn, just rip it up. And this is what year is this?
81.
81. Like holy fuck! Like,
think about 81.
I know.
11.
I know.
Pretty much just in the Kiss.
Yeah, there was none of this. There was none of this stuff.
Like no.
Kiss the Elder was out this fucking year. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, when you get into Y&T, and that's the Earthshaker album, I think.
Yes.
So,
all
right,
Dylan.
I was a little disappointed that you picked covers, but they were different enough from the original that I could maybe give you a slide. I mean, there was a blistering version of the solo. I'm going to use that word so many times tonight, but kind of blew me away. Very, very cool version of the song. Freedom Slaves. You gotta love the Tesla guitar duo when they're at their best. I mean, Frank Hannon is fantastic.
Back in the day.
Look in Her Eyes, yeah, Steve Stevens. I need to listen to this album.
Oh, you got it.
You won't be disappointed. It's
literally every song I've listened to has just been phenomenal, and this solo was probably one of the surprises for me of the night, for sure. Yeah, Rule the Night, probably my least favorite song on the list for you. I don't know, it just didn't strike me.
Oh,
yeah, the solo was okay.
What song?
Rule the Night. It didn't really stick out. Like I was just like, oh, okay. Hurricane, though, Dave Manchetti, I don't know if this man's ever put out a disappointing solo. You could have thrown a dartboard at any of the Y&T songs and picked those, and I would have been completely on board with you. So
he is such an underrated guy.
I know.
He does blues and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's he's just a guy that's not thought about.
For sure.
You know what I mean? He's just... But when you talk to, like... musicians, like I've heard a bunch of like musicians are like, they've been a kitty, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? Just like it's crazy how he's not rated, he's just not talked about, and he tears it up, man. He still does. And I know, and I think they've curbed their touring because of the COVID stuff. I mean, you know, all these bands are getting older and stuff like that, and you can't blame these guys for being cautious and stuff.
He's gotta be close to 70.
He's gotta be. Yeah, I
mean, they've been around.
This album was in 81.
Yeah, they've been around since the 70s.
So that's 40 years ago. 41 years ago. And that wasn't their first album either.
No.
So good start there, BC.
Their first album for Y&T.
Right. There was two before that were yesterday and today. So for me, I went to the 2019 album Flesh and Blood from Whitesnake, and the song's called Hey You Make Me Rock. Joel Hoekstra and Reb Beach, absolutely. The solo's short. It's towards the end of the song, but and this is another one. I'm not sure who does what part. There's two different. There's a little back and forth there, but the way that the song has got that heavy down, like heavy kind of groove to it. But when that solo comes in, it just freaking tears it up. And both Joel and Reb are so good. Like it could be either one of them. Because I looked it up and I couldn't find a live version of it. I don't know if they probably have never played it live, and there's no video for it, so I can't tell who plays what, but I don't give a fuck because it's fucking fantastic. These guys just absolutely tear it up. And next song I got is Judas Priest, Riding on the Wind from Screaming for Vengeance. The perfect, I'll say second song. I kind of consider Hellion Electric Eye to be one song for me because we talked about separating them and we just can't do it. It's illegal to do that. So perfect second song. Electric Eye ends, and then you get Riding on the Wind kicks in. Classic. And this absolutely first, you could say 2 or 3 songs on Screaming for Vengeance. Riding on the Wind solidifies that as a for me as a metal classic because you're just getting your fucking ass handed to you right at the beginning. The solo has there's a really cool lead up to this solo, and Dylan talked about that before. I like when you get that build before the solo, and there's a really cool. Dave Holland gets a lot of shit sometimes about his drumming and stuff, but I love his drumming on this album. There's a really, really cool drum part that kicks off the solo, and I did look this one up. I looked it up live from the Memphis '82 show that's on video. It starts with KK and then goes to Glenn. They go back and forth. Total shred fest, classic duo, just absolutely fucking fantastic. If I'm gonna talk about Priest, I gotta talk about fucking Iron Maiden next. I go to Heaven Can Wait. This song, I can't believe this. The shit this song has gotten from podcasts that I've listened to. People fucking are down on Heaven Can Wait. Go fuck yourself, people. This song fucking rocks. I don't know if it's the chorus they don't like or whatever, but the guitar playing on this song is fucking absolutely fantastic. There's 2 different solos in this song. First one is Dave Murray. He just blazes, absolutely tears it up. The second solo is Adrian after the famous whoa. Then I gotta get on stage to do that, BC. I gotta do it before I die. And then Adrian Smith just tears it up after that. I'll tell you what, and he just goes nuts with the freaking whammy bar on that. Absolutely love it. One of my favorite Maiden songs. So if you don't like it, tough shit. The song fucking rocks, and the solos kick ass. I don't care. That's right. Then I go a little heavier. BC, go a little Exodus, March of the Sycophants from the Exhibition B, the Human Condition album from 2010. This is a longer song. The solo's deep in the song. Comes in at like just after 5 minutes. It comes in, and this one may be the Sick Bananas solo of the night. Trade-off between Gary Holt and Lee Altus on this one just rips your fucking face right off. And this is another amazing guitar duo that you don't hear about these guys. And I'll tell you what, they kick ass. Just listen to the solo, man. It just freaking rips. And my next song, Dylan and I saw this awesome, amazing fucking guitar player a couple months ago, and not in this capacity, sadly enough, but we'll take what we can get.
That would be fucking cool.
Black Country Communion, song The Crow from BCC4 in 2017. I went a little different on this one. This is what I'm going to call my Sick Bananas band section, because you get the whole band showcased in this song. You don't get a whole lot of Jason Bonham there, but you get a great beat from him on this. Just holds everything steady. You get a really cool freaking bass part from Glenn Hughes, and then it goes right into an amazing keyboard. I don't know. If you shred on the guitar, what do you do on the keyboards? I don't know. You tickle the ivories really fast, or like French tickle the ivories, I guess. Derek Sherinian does a friggin' awesome thing, and then man, Joe Bonamassa just comes in that. Oh my god, guys, check this out. Amazing. Anything that Joe Bonamassa touches for me is fucking gold. And Joe, I'm so glad to see him in the Black Country Communion. I hope that they do eventually get back together to do another album, because these guys, I just love everything. Anything that Joe Bonamassa is involved in, anything that Glenn Hughes is involved in, I am all in, because I think they're 2 of the most amazing artists, I'll say, out there. I fucking love those guys. That's my 5. What do you got, Dylan?
Yeah, this was a solid first 5, I think. Hey You Make Me Rock. You know I'm not a big Whitesnake fan, but the guitar solo is fantastic in this. Very heavy. This is kind of a Whitesnake I think I can get behind. I'll be honest. It has a good feel to it. Riding on the Wind, short and sweet solo, I would say, for Priest. And again, Priest is another band. You could really dartboard it and go for many, many solos. And this is a very solid one for sure.
I wanted to pick one that had both guys.
Yeah, and I think it's also an underrated solo as well, because you could have went for any of the solo parts of Painkiller, or anything from their more popular songs, but Round on the Wind is a good pick. Heaven Can Wait, I feel like you cheated a little bit with the two solos. The two solos so separate. But, they're both great.
Both guys.
They're both great. Still, and again, you went off the beaten path for this, because Maiden, you could have went with your favorite solo and Number of the Beast. The second solo that Adrian does, you could have went with anything from that album or from your favorite album, but you went for Somewhere in Time. Very cool. March of the Sycophants.
I was gonna pick the Soul Quest for Fire.
Yeah, of course. March of the Sycophants. I love that song. This was the first song that I ever experienced a Wall of Death to at the the Cultural Center. So that's a very fond memory for me.
They won't play that song anymore.
Understandable. It's a very very touchy subject for some. But I just like this whole song is so good, and the way for the solo was fantastic. Because even like the tempo change before with the really, really cool. The Crow, I feel like you could have picked a better representation of Joe Bonamassa. Like even my final song for my resting phase, Like we're talking about solos. It's the solo one.
It doesn't say guitar solo though.
Yeah, but solo is one. It's one.
Each guy plays a part.
Like, come on.
There's the Glenn solo, then the Derek solo.
Completely breaking the rules of it yet again. It's a good song though.
It's been a while.
I love Black Country Comedian. I would love to see them live. Every one of the band members is a virtuoso. Yeah, so besides you kind of fudging the numbers a little bit with The Crow, very good first part of the list.
All right, this top five. Whitesnake's ever since 1987, he's always had classic.
I think even before that.
Dual player. Yeah, but that stood out since '87 to me. He always had a guitar.
More hard rock than the blues rock stuff.
Yeah, and that's why it sticks out a little bit more with me. But every album, every tour, he always had these great players, and Red Beach and Joe Hoekster is no exception to the rule. Like you said, the back and forth. Totally love this duo, and that's who's touring now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Judas Priest, oh my God, KK, Glenn. Again, you can't go wrong anything off of early Priest and later Priest. Iron Maiden, Heaven Can't Wait. I don't know why people don't like that. I think it's the chorus.
I don't know. People were ragging on it. I'm like, really? Even guys on R4, they were like, no. I'm like, what?
Maybe the chorus.
It could be the chorus.
Fucking soul.
Fuck the chorus.
Adrian Smith and Dave Murray, as much as big as Iron Maiden is, I don't think you don't really hear people bring those two guys up enough. I don't think. But hey, what am I? Exodus, baby. Here's the angry music, and I remember I was sitting there listening to it one night, and Renee's like, "Who picked this?"
Really?
I said, "Steve." Sure. Steve gets angry. I said, well, what do you mean angry?
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I said, what do you mean angry?
That's a secret.
It sounds like it's angry music. It's this Exodus. That's it. Gary Holt and what's the other guy?
Lee Altus.
Again, I wouldn't be other than Gary Holt. This is, to me, not almost every soul, but a lot of their souls in this band are sick bananas. Mm-hmm. They got that.
Yeah.
They got that.
Angry sick bananas.
Angry sick bananas. But the two of them rip it up. And Black Country Communities. The Crow, I put this in the top of my thing because I want to listen to this a lot more. Like you said, this song really showcases a lot more than just guitar. But I keep forgetting. I get these guys mixed up with the other guys. Oh,
Black Stone Cherry?
No.
Black Crows?
No.
Black Sabbath.
No, we saw
Black Label Society.
No, they opened up for Saxon, Wilkes-Barre.
Black Star Riders?
Thank you.
Black Star Riders.
Black Star
No,
Riders.
these guys are way better.
Lizzy, the Thin
no.
Lizzy
I put Black Stone Riders,
right.
and then I forget about it, and I gotta check these out. a little bit
way better than Black Star Riders.
Yeah, but first
you were the big Black Star Riders guy on the podcast.
I like them, but they're not better than fucking Black Country Communion. They don't stretch of the fucking imagination.
But first 5.
Coming under heavy fire.
That sounds great. All right, so there's Dylan's, BC's, and my first 5 Sick Bananas songs. And hope you guys like them. Check them out. And so we're going to do a gem song real quick. And speaking of Sick Bananas, I had a different song picked, but I changed it yesterday. I don't know. Did you guys check? Did you check it out?
I have not gotten a chance to, no.
I heard part of it.
I'll play it during the break. I was previewing their new album, Impact is Imminent, that just came out a couple weeks ago. And, you know, you get what you get with Anvil. Heavy metal band, you know, the vocals are what they are, but this has Sick Bananas solo in it. So check it out. The song's called Fire Rain from Anvil from the Impact is Imminent album that just came out a couple weeks ago. Dylan's going to play it right now.
Of iron ore, strike the sky and begin to pour. Fire rain, fire rain, fire rain, bringing flames to the landscape. Run for your life, try to escape. Set to ignite, firestorms and flames to a light. A light! Energy falls from the sky. Gold is burning and death is nigh. Run for cover and going high. Underground or stay inside. Fire rain, fire rain, fire rain just coming down. Fire rain, fire rain, fire rain just coming down. Fire rain, fire rain, fire rain just coming down.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed Anvil, Fire Rain from the Impact is Imminent album. What do you think about that, Dylan?
That was cool. A typical Anvil song for sure. You know, you're not in it for the vocals, you're in it for the instrumental, and the instrumental was very cool.
What do you think, BC?
I like it. I mean, you know, I'm not really familiar, but familiar enough with Anvil throughout the years and shit. I mean, that's really good for those guys, I think.
Yeah, he tore it up. I'm in it for the music. You know, it's one of them bands that Pooney described as brutal, but I'm into them for the music. I like it. I think it's fantastic. And the vocals, I don't mind them. Hey, like I said, if I can get into freaking Amon Amarth, I could take fucking lips from fucking Anvil. So hope you guys like that. We're gonna do our hidden gems. We're gonna start with Dylan today.
Yeah, my hidden gem, and it is kind of a hidden gem, this band in general, because almost none of their stuff is available streaming for some reason. And we saw them in M3, and I was kind of spurred to check them out a little more. And of course, since none of them are available on streaming, I had to kind of settle with what I got. But the album that I am presenting to the court is Zebra Live by Zebra from 1990. One of the few Zebra albums that's available to stream. So it has all the songs that you want from them. Tell Me What You Want, Take Your Fingers From My Hair, Who's Behind the Door, of course. Very cool, fantastic band, live and in studio. The 3-piece, very tight, fantastic energy, I thought, for their age. And they were a highlight for sure for the festival. So Zebra Live from Zebra.
All right, BC, what do you got?
I'm going to go off my list, and I'm going to go... I have written down here on paper. It was one of the past episodes. It might not fit in tonight's episode, but I'm going to use it anyways because we skipped the gym that week, whatever it might have been. I'm going back to 1986 with the... I don't know if it's the band or just the guy, because now he's still around today, and he's just pretty much him. But back in the day, it was a band, Diamond Rex, with The Land of the Damned. I mean... like sleazy rock with, a little soloing throughout it. They from Chicago, of all places.
All right, Diamond Rex. I've heard the name. Another band I've heard the name, but I've not heard anything that they've done. I would definitely. They're from Chicago. Time wise, like late
86.
86. Okay.
They came out 86, and he put out something 2015. But it seems like it's just a guy now.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, cool. And for me, one of my buddies, I'm going to throw another podcast out there. Actually, it's a KISS podcast that's called Asylum, Tales from the Devereaux Diaries. You kind of have to be a little deep KISS fan to get the gist of the name of that, but very cool. Devereaux. They started earlier this year. I'm not sure how many episodes they have in there, and there's 3 cousins doing it: Gary, Marvin, and Tim. And then they brought another guy in, so they're a quartet like we are, and his name is Ray, and he's a fellow Pennsylvanian as well. And him and I have been going back and forth and stuff, and actually we have a project that we're going to be working on pretty soon too. So they do typical KISS podcast, but fun, good to hear different points of view on. They do album reviews, and they also do, which I thought was kind of interesting too, they do like an episode on like an opening band. Say, I don't know, I'll just throw out Great White. Say Great White opened up for KISS. Like they would do like an episode on them and go over like an album that they did. So I think that was kind of cool too. I know they've done a Bon Jovi one, and I know they've done a Queensryche one as well. So check those guys out. They're pretty cool. Good podcast and fun. So our hidden gems this week are, I have podcast Asylum, Tales from the Devereaux Diaries. Dylan's got Zebra Live, which is fucking fantastic. And BC's got some Diamond Rex, Land of the Damned from Chicago. So check them out, and we will proceed with our list. So we're going to go with BC right out the bat on this next one. Give us your not your bottom 5, but your last 5.
My last 5. This is where I got a little crazy. Because there's so much I wanted to pull out, and I couldn't pull it out for some reason.
Don't pull it out, BC.
No. Stop. Number 6 is going to be Racer X from the Second Heat album from 1987 with Gone Too Far. I remember reading in probably Circus magazine, maybe Middle Age, but probably Circus, of these guys. There were ads for different amplification and stuff. Paul Gilbert and Bruce. I'm going to kill this guy's last name. Bouillet.
I think it's Bouillet. I think so.
But anyways, these guys are always in ads all over these magazines, and these guys from Racer X. So I went out and bought the cassette back in the day of cassettes. Put this on. I mean, almost every song on this album is pretty much focus on the 2 guitar players.
Something for them to play solos too.
Yeah, they had Scott Travis in the band before Judas Priest. He was in this band. I mean, so it's kind of like, this is the newest band from LA. But everything was about these 2 guitar players. And you throw on any of their stuff. I mean, the guitar solos are just fucking. And that was different back then, for that time frame to have the really like crazy shit. 7 would be Michael Sweet from one of his solo albums. From 2019 with Lay It Down, which apparently I want to say I looked and tried to find it, but it says starring Marzi Monterezi. He's a guitar
Yeah,
player.
Marzi Montazeri.
Montazeri, he's a guitar player from another country, but he started on this, I guess, song. Which to me, I guess, I like the grindage, and then it gets into where he just rips into the solo. I always thought he did all the solos, but I guess not. Roxy Blue would be number 8 with off their debut album, Want Some, 1992, with another one. You could have picked a lot of songs off this album, but I picked the Main Attraction with the guitar player Sid Boogie Fletcher. But no longer with the band, he's a dentist now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so you can go sit in a dentist chair and listen to Roxy Blue.
Hope he doesn't straighten your teeth like that.
Hold on. Jeez. But in number 9, I did it again with Wasp. But I just love this guitar playing, this from the riffs to the solo, and with the cover of Deep Purple's Burn. Doug Blair. Again, I'm going to say Doug Blair. I mean, we all know Blackie Laws is in the band. I don't know if they do soloing back and forth or not, but Doug Blair, I think he was great on these, I think, underrated albums that Wasp put out during the time frame of the late 2000s. Yeah, I finish up my list with KK's Priest with Wild and Free off of Sermons of the Sinner 2021. Yeah, again, KK at points maybe doing a little Vinnie Vincent, playing a little too crazy, but there's a lot of parts that are just ripping up at KK Downing, and AJ Mills is the other player on this album. Another album with a lot of good soloing. What do you think, Don?
Well, yet again, disappointed that you picked another cover. Especially when you're picking Deep Purple. You picked one of the most covered songs of all time. I think there are better versions of it.
Did Wasp?
Yeah. I also there might be another Wasp song that we're going to be talking about later on that I think I prefer. But Gone Too Far, Racer X, yeah. I mean, come on, Paul Gilbert. the guy's made for shredding. Lay It Down, great Rat song. This actually sounds like a latter day, to do a pun, a latter day Striper song of kind of has that like grindage to it that you get from Striper nowadays that I thought was really, really cool. Main Attraction, Roxy Blue, that was a very, very good solo that I thought fit really well with the song. Wild and Free, KK's Priest. We're talking about KK yet again, but this time he's out on his own. Very good. I couldn't remember a lot of the other solos in the album, so I couldn't tell if there was a better solo to use, but this was a good one. He does almost go off the rails.
A few times.
A little bit, and you know that I'm not a major fan of that, but I thought that it was a good solo too, because this was him trying to prove himself, so I understand why he went off the rails. But a good way to end your list, though. I am disappointed that you picked 2 covers. But they were good, so good job.
All right. BC, number 6 to 10. Racer X, Gone Too Far. I'm not a fan of these guys. I can't get into these guys. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the production or
I like Speed Racer
or what the hell. I just I don't like Speed Racer either. Solos.
Chim Chim? Do you like Chim Chim?
No. Solo's freaking killer.
Spritle or
Solo's freaking killer though. It is. I don't know if it's vocally or production, but the solo friggin' rips it up in this one. Absolutely. Michael Sweet, Lay It Down, solo by Marzi Montazeri. He can't get away from the Striper sound though. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It sounds like latter day Striper.
It does. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that's bad at all.
I don't.
And it's fine with me. Good rocking song. Rips right off the bat. This guy's got some good like fingerboard tapping shit going on there. And then like he gets that fast picking going at the end. I think just absolutely freaking tears it up. Roxy Blue, Main Attraction. This first Roxy Blue album fucking kicks ass. It just friggin' rocks. Awesome. Excellent lead work through the whole song. There's a lot of lead fills splattered all over this song. Killer. There's a really cool heavy part right before the solo that I think really sets it up really good. And Dylan talked about, we all talked about it before. I like the setup on some of these solos. It just totally sets the stage for some friggin' kick-ass ripping. Wasp, Burn. I love this. This might be one of my favorite versions of this song. I will give you half a point off for picking another cover song, but this is fucking fantastic. Doug Blair just friggin' tears the hell up on this one. Talk about ramping it up, and his tone is just killer. At the end of BC, I got Go Doug. Not Doug. Doug, is he the cartoon character with the football head?
No, that's Hey Arnold.
Oh, Hey Arnold, okay. Doug is the with the green sweater vest.
Oh,
sweater. Okay. And KK's Priest, Wild and Free. This starts shredding right at the beginning. Right at the beginning, right before the first verse, tears it up. The slowdown part is cringeworthy on this song, though. It's like I wish I could just chop that out. Oh my God! Please just get back the fucking playing guitar. But the solo, KK and AJ Mills. Maybe he wanted a guy that was just known for initials too, KK and AJ. You know what I mean? They want to just maybe to throw that in there. But I think they're a good good duo as well. They play it off each other very well. And he said it does get a little Vinnie Vincent Invasion album-ish a little bit, but
don't fit.
But I think it just fits. He's right on that fine line, and he just I don't think he goes over it. One foot may be over, but the other foot is still staying.
Two wheels come off the track.
Yeah, so good picks though. Good list. All right, I can live with them. And I'll go next for my next ones here. I went to, and it's kind of you don't really think of having a list of shredding songs, and then Steve says Bon Jovi. However, Richie Sambora. Criminally underrated. The song is called Next 100 Years from the album Crush, came out in 2000. This is another song that the solo comes later in the song. And it kind of reminds me of Dry County rather, from the Keep the Faith album.
Dry Country Comedian.
But I'll tell you what, this solo section just shows you how amazing fucking Richie Sambora is. It's towards the end of the song, like I said, and this one has that build. It's just an amazing build, and you're like, come on. And then when it does kick in, it just blows you away. Totally worth the build up for it. And there's a little short solo before it in the song at around 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes in the song. Really melodic, very very good solo as well. But the end is the payoff for this song. It starts to build up at like the 3:28 mark, and the showcase rips in like at 4:20. So you got like almost a minute of this melodic build up, and then Richie just fucking lets it rip. Goddamn, Richie, just kick ass on this one. I go to Striper as well. This song I had from the very beginning. I was picking this song. The whole song's an epic rocker. It's from the Fallen album in 2015. We have Michael Sweet and Oz Fox, another friggin' pair of guitar players that should be talked about that are not. I went to the video to make sure who plays what part because there is back and forth. The first part starts at about 3 minutes, but there's like a time change that goes on. It goes from like grinding to a pickup in tempo. Michael Sweet plays the first part of the solo, then Oz kicks it in. They go back and forth. Awesome guitar duo, Oz, and then there's a solo at the end that Oz does as the song plays out, and he does that solo that Oz does at the end has like a very cool like wah pedal part where the song just dun 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 just grinding, and he's just like friggin' tearing it up. Kick ass song. Number 8, I go to Damn Yankees Come Again. Amazing super group. I would flip out if these guys came out and did another album. And this is probably, this is definitely my favorite Damn Yankee song. Starts out slow, has the build, and the whole solo is Ted. Ted is so fucking underrated. If you played this solo and just said, hey, listen to this solo, I'll give you 10 guesses to guess who played this solo if you didn't know. Not one fucking person in 100 would say, that's Ted Nugent. It sounds absolutely nothing like any of the Ted Nugent stuff that he's done up to that point and since. Totally fits this song and fucking tears it up. And there's an outro solo as well that's in this, and it's all Ted. Because when I first heard this, because you have Tommy Shaw in the band, and he's no slouch on guitar either. Yep. So I figured he would be parts of these solos. So I bought the DVD, the Damn Yankees Uprising video, and this is all Ted. Ted just is freaking amazing on this. Number 9, I went to Sabotage. I birthed off one of BC's bands here. Song Dead Winter Dead from the Dead Winter Dead album in 1995. Short song, very cool melodic part. The melodic solo in there, Chris Caffery does it. But then, and actually this is his first album with the band, and actually Al Petrelli's first album with the band. And Al does the second part. And this is another one. I think I picked a lot of these songs because of the build and the payoff in them. And this one it's very short, but Al just absolutely friggin' rips your head off at the end there. And I also have a Wasp song here. And I will just have you know, BC's list came in last. So, submitted last. I picked the Arena of Pleasure from the Crimson Idol album 1992. Bob Kulick. This whole album, Bob Kulick tears it up. He was so underrated as a guitar player. I mean, he just absolutely tore the soloing on this album is absolutely fantastic, because this is one of the ones that came out and you think, oh man, Chris Holmes is tearing up. No, it's not fucking Chris Holmes. Just an amazing album. The first solo starts at about a little bit after 2 minutes. It's short but kick-ass, and the outro soloing is just killer, absolutely killer. Rest in peace and kick-ass Bob Kulick. What do you think, Dylan?
Next 100 Years, I'm very torn, because it has like my favorite thing in terms of the build up to the solo, and the solo itself is really fantastic. I just do not like the beginning of the song. It's just very like la-di-da, Bon Jovi that I'm not as big a fan of. The solo definitely makes up for it.
That makes it so much better.
I know it does. Like the solo saves the song for me. It's in the position where like that's the redeeming factor. And that was another thing that I had to put up against you. Your songs were so long.
I gave you the timestamps of the solos.
No, I know, but like I wanted to listen to the full song so that I got the context of it. I didn't just want to listen to the solo, because then you're losing out on the context. The context is king.
Tough shit.
Speaking of kings, Striper, Yahweh. You know I love this song. Fantastic fucking opener to an album. It just kicks so much ass. These two are a force to be reckoned with. Super glad that Ozfox has recovered, because that man is a monster on guitar, as is Michael Sweet. Come Again, Damn Yankees. I think you're right. It is not a very Ted solo, and I appreciate that restraint, because it's very easy for Ted to overpower anything that he's in, to Tedify it, over and over. He makes Sammy Hagar end up sounding shit, like as we saw She's Gone. But not to say that he does that every time, as is the case with Come Again. Very good solo. And when I first heard it, I'm like, oh, Tommy Shaw is really sounding great on this in terms of the guitar playing, but it was Ted, and he does a great job. Dead Winter Dead, Sabotage. I'm not a Sabotage fan, and I just keep getting cemented with that. And it's like on paper, it feels like a band that would be in my wheelhouse. The symphonic kind of influence with the band and stuff like that. But I don't know. It just doesn't get me.
None of it.
Huh?
None of it.
No, there's some parts that I like with Sabotage, but I don't know. They don't click with me. I don't know. Another band that I have said in the past that does not click with me at times, Wasp. I do like this song. This is a very good use of the Sick Banana solo. It really shreds. It is a fantastic guitar solo that deserves to be on the list for sure. Also, from the thing that I liked about your list is that you kind of went off the beaten track with a lot of the more popular bands, like with Wasp and Iron Maiden and Judas Priest. You didn't go for the bigger songs, your stuff that somebody could get off the street and know instantly. And a song like this is a really good showcase of that. So, a very good back half of your list besides Sabotage for me. And the beginning of Next to 100 Years, though, Rosie Sambora saves the song. What'd you think, BC?
Bon Jovi, like you said, Richie Sambora. I really love this album. This is one of the last hurrahs before he turned country, I think. But
I think this is their last good album.
What came after this?
It was the song that has Who Says You Can't Go Home on it, right?
Yeah, okay, that's where he
Jumped the shark.
He went off board after this, but Richie's playing on his whole album, I think, is great, and especially, I mean, the build up to this, and I don't know, it started off, typical Jovi song, but when he comes in, and
Bounce came out after this.
Yeah, that's.
And then
Was it at like Walmart?
Have a Nice Day.
Oh, that was totally.
And then the circle. The circle's where they really started to.
But I love his playing on his whole album. So underrated. And totally off the record here. They need him back, but that's just my 2 cents. Striper. Yeah, Michael Sweet, Roz Fox. I mean, since 1985, I thought these guys were fucking great. They have such a tone as their own. Like, that comes on Striper.
Mm-hmm.
Striper.
Immediately.
Immediately. They have that crunchy, I don't know, just distinctive tone, and it had it since day one till this very day. And it's a band, I mean, guitar-wise is getting very, I think, harder. Heavier.
They are. Yep.
They're nothing like they were back in the 80s.
Nope.
I mean, the solos are they were kind of whippy.
They were
back there,
more melodic back then. Now
back
they're
then,
more metal,
more
I
metal.
think.
Damn Yankees come again. I've listened to this in a long time. Coming, I was like, I forgot how good this was, and I would not pick up Ted Nugent being a guitar player in this. I would definitely go. But another great band, great album. Sabotage, Dead Winter Dead. How can you not pick a Sabotage song from this era, man? I mean, yeah, Chris Cafferty and I'm trying to like you said his name.
Al Pitrelli.
Al Pitrelli. When he came in the band, I was like, wow, this. Al Pitrelli's with Sabotage. Now you're kind of like,
He was mostly just a studio guy.
Studio guy. He was with Megadeth for a little bit there.
He was a Megadeth after, though.
After this?
Yeah.
I love the build up of all their music in the solo, and there's more guitar parts than the solo one on this, but another great pick on that. And then finishing up with Wasp, Arena of Pleasure, Bob Kulick. I mean, like, rest of soul. That's a guy I think that was very
non-rated.
Nobody talked about, and he played on so much stuff and ripped it up.
He did, but he also did a ton of like tribute albums and stuff. Remember, he was on like a ton of them. Like he did the Aerosmith one. I think he was involved in the couple. I think he was in the Spacewalk one.
He was on the Spacewalk. Aerosmith was on the Ozzy Bat Soup. I think he was.
Probably, yeah. I mean, he did a lot of stuff like that, and that album he put out, that Skeletons in the Closet, was fucking fantastic. I mean, he was great. I think he kind of lost his marbles a little bit at the end there when he was fighting with Bruce, but I think he might have had something going on, you know. But
we all lose our marbles.
Yeah, we do eventually. So
we all lose our marbles.
I forgive him, but he was a fantastic musician, and I thought he was cool. All right, Dylan, bring up the end here.
Yeah, so this is the controversial part of the episode where I go into a bunch of songs that are out of format and probably will get ripped to shreds, but we will see. First song off of Tenacious D's debut album, Tribute. A song about them writing the greatest song in the world and forgetting the song, so they wrote a song about the song. The cool thing about this song is it's very much a building song. It's acoustic guitar driven the whole time. The solo from Warren Fitzgerald doesn't come in until 3 minutes and 8 seconds, and it's really underneath Jack Black's singing, but it's ripping. It's like he is shredding it up, and I really think it's a really cool way to end the song in like such a bombastic way that the song's just building and building and building, and then it just ends with that cool solo. The next song, Pick Up the Phone from Falling in Reverse from the Drug and Me Is You album. This was Ronnie Radke's solo band that's still going. He was the original singer in Falling in Reverse. No, that's the band that I'm talking about. He was the original lead singer in Escape the Fate. And ended up getting kicked out of the band because of legal issues involving a murder, funnily enough. Oh. And this song, Pick Up the Phone, very twisted song, and especially since Ronnie Radke has had a lot of trips to the courtroom for various charges, and this is kind of a almost a domestic violence song at times, but it's like got like a weird like.
Is he calling his lawyer to pick up the phone?
Jazzy vibe to it. But the guitar solo from Jackie Vincent at 319 really matches the intensity and the twistedness of the song, where it's very melodic at times, but also has like a flurry of notes that comes in. It's frantic and still catchy, so it really, I think, matches the vibe of the song perfectly. Next song that the solo, I believe, is perfect for the theming of the song, Love Me Dead by the band Ludo off of their album You're Awful, I Love You. This was a band this was during my like theater days, so a very theatrical kind of band, very much in like the My Chemical Romance type of genre of sorts. The band, of course, was named after a character from the movie Labyrinth, starring David Bowie, so kind of shows you what kind of band that is.
That's not helping.
But the guitarist, Tim Farrell, has a very awesome solo in this at 2:26 that it's a slow start, kind of matches the vocal cadence at the beginning of the solo, but then the second part really goes into this complicated portion that the band is building up behind him that really kicks it off and sends it soaring. I really love it. You're not really expecting it either, because this is such a weird song, and it kind of runs the gamut of theater kids, so you don't really expect the theater kids to start ripping into the guitar, but this song proves them wrong. Number 9, another song that I've talked about from a band that people are probably begging me to shut up about, Ice Nine Kills, off of the Welcome to Horrorwood Silver Scream 2 album, Assault and Batteries. Jan Sugarman, the guitarist, has a ripping, amazing, cool solo at 2:39, right after a fantastic breakdown that happens in the band, and it's a lead-in with the Heidi-ho, bitch, and then it goes into such a cool metalcore solo that it's short and sweet, but the rest of the song is so intense that if you had like a long solo during it, it would overwhelm you. It matches the quick pace of the song, where you're kind of being chased by a demonic doll, a 2-foot-tall demonic doll that'll make you his bitch. But it's a great classic song for me that really just showcases how talented the band is. And speaking of talented band, I decided to end off with a local band that I've championed for a very long time, Static in the Attic. The song The Knack. I remember hearing the song live for the first time, but I'm like, when are you guys recording this? I need a version of this song right now. And they finally released stuff to streaming very recently that they had recorded back in the day. Jesse Maurer, the guitarist, is just one of the most naturally talented people that I've met in my life. His guitar playing is just so effortless and soulful, and he just can, you give him a riff and he'll just solo off of that like nothing else. And this is a great example of it. It's a really good bluesy jam at the back half of the album. It's just him, bass, and drums, and it's very 70s style that he just gets to rip it up at the end of the song. And it's a catchy song. I love the main riff of the song too. It's very bouncy and just fun and playful. Again, another song about a tough relationship. This is kind of the theme of this back half of the list, but I think he is a force to be reckoned with in terms of his guitar playing, so I had to put that solo in there. What did you guys think of my second half of the list? What did you think, Dad?
Okay. Tenacious D tribute. It was weird. I never heard this one before. I just wish he wasn't talking
during the
solo.
Yeah.
What you can hear is really good, and when he shuts the fuck up, it really rips. It does. I thought it was kind of cool. Definitely a weird song. Falling in Reverse, Pick Up the Phone. I don't think I've ever heard these guys before. I've heard the name, but the song has kind of like a swing feel to it, I think, in the main part of it.
Yep.
The quick vocal parts are really cool. But the solo, friggin', it's one of them that's ripping and melodic at the same time. You can't go wrong. Fun song all around. I enjoyed that one. Ludo, another band. I don't think I've ever even heard the name of this band before. No clue. It reminds me of My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
It feels like you could like throw that song right on one of their albums there. Good feel to it. The solo starts melodic. It totally fits. Then it takes off to like killer ripping stuff. I like that, and he's like, and then just the solo stops. It doesn't kind of fade out, and the music doesn't fade back in. I like the sudden stop to it is very cool. Ice Nine Kills. These guys are killer. No, pun intended there. The Chucky song. Overall, this and March of the Sycophants are the two Sick Bananas songs I think of that we talked about tonight. Just for their insanity and intenseness. Solo's really cool. A little too short for me. Unlike you, I wish it went on a little bit longer. Static in the Attic, the Knack. Jesse is... He has more talent than like his right index finger than most people could ever hope for to ever have to play guitar. Natural. You're totally right, Dylan. A natural talent. Super nice, humble young man. This guy tears it up. He fucking is fantastic. He's got the choppy guitar tone in there. I would love to see Jesse play with fucking Joe Bonamassa.
Yeah, that would be a really
They would fucking be awesome together. That would be fucking fantastic.
Okay.
Lots of fills throughout the song. Rips it up. I love his use of the wah pedal. Doesn't go crazy with it, but it totally fits the song. He absolutely tears it up. And they are playing the... They're going to be playing the V-Spot next month.
Yes.
On the 24th of June. It's a local nightclub in Scranton, Pennsylvania. If you want to see multi-talented band, just fantastic. And even in this song, listen to the bass and the drums underneath the soloing. Fucking fantastic. I'm glad that they didn't track guitars under that.
Yeah, they kept it.
And I like that they kept it like a power trio kind of thing.
Yeah.
And fantastic song. I think it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, they've had a bunch of lineup changes recently, but Jesse's been the constant.
Yeah.
And he's a phenomenal. BC, what'd you think?
Tenacious D. I mean, as many times as I've seen this album and stuff, and I never ever listened to it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because
it sounds like a rap artist.
It does.
It has that hip hop.
No, I mean, but it's
sound.
Not.
I know. I don't know.
There's been a bunch of even movies and stuff. You see this around and it's brought up a lot. And I don't know why I never really listened to it now. But yeah, you got the talking. But I mean, guitar playing. I mean, it's pretty damn good.
Who plays the guitar in that song?
It was Warren Fitzgerald does the electric guitars, but like the acoustic guitars are Kyle Gass and Jack Black.
I thought it might have been like a guest star. Or
no,
something.
well, I mean Dave Grohl does the drums, so that's the guest.
Was
star.
it in the movie or just Tenacious D?
So this was the movie was kind of based on the song, because like the end of the movie they take on the devil, and then like
is this the Pick of Destiny?
No.
Like the
movie that this is from?
This was from their first album, and the movie's plot is kind of based on this song, because at the very end of the movie they like take on the devil and manage to take him out with this song, and then at the end they can't remember how the song went.
Maybe that's why I knew there was always the movie tie-in, and then
silly.
I don't know what, but that's so funny.
And that's you guys are fucking lame. That's
Did you go?
But this next tune, Falling of Your Verse, Pick Up the Phone. I liked it. I mean, the overall song I liked. Uh-huh. It was and it's funny. Renee is walking by me again. She goes, Dylan picked this. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I said, because the little screaming parts.
Uh-huh.
She goes, because you and Steve don't listen to screaming like that. Maybe we do. You don't know. But I mean, no. That was the one to stand out in these five. Ludo. I'm with Steve. I never ever heard that name, and Love Me Dead. I mean, it was I guess a Chemical Romance. You feel that I call it new rock, I guess. I don't know. That's why I call it. But overall, not bad. Ice Nine Kills. I mean, this is the band I keep saying I gotta listen more, and I guess the songs and the lyrically, how I think it's just funny, and the guy, what's his name?
Dan Sugarman did the solo.
Sugarman. I mean, I like it. But then you finish off your list with Static in the Attic, the Knack. Like, I remember, I think it was at Arlo's. He was playing, and I was like, this is years ago.
Mm-hmm. He belongs in a band that is not playing around here.
Oh, God, no. it's terrible to say wasted around here, but he should be somewhere. Oh.
However true it may be.
Yeah.
But I don't know, how old is he?
He's a
literally
year
younger
younger
than me.
Yeah, he's a year
26.
younger.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
like years. So I'm talking about good 3 years ago. I saw him.
Yeah.
He's
No,
just
there was. Like,
He was kicking ass when they were in fucking high school.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
oh,
say
I can
like
imagine.
he filled in for me on bass one day, and I was petrified that
I'm
they were going to
fired.
replace me.
I'm
with them.
fired.
I'm done.
Like I watched them practice one day, and like with Jesse, because I was going to be going on vacation like during the show, so I was able to sit in on a practice, and he was adding so many flourishes to my bass lines. I'm like, oh fuck!
Stop that.
I am screwed.
Stop!
But no, I mean, seriously, this guy, and I remember sitting there, and I was just like, you could tell he's a kid,
Yeah.
and I'm like, but he's playing well. I mean, beyond his means. I mean, not beyond his means, but like maybe his age. I don't know. You don't tie young people to
stage presence and everything.
Yeah, everything. Like he was. I was like,
Dylan, you should have told him to Tommy Therrett.
Yeah.
but totally. I mean, and the feel he plays with is for being that young is quite amazing. I think.
Yeah.
Did everybody go?
That was everybody.
All right, so there's our Sick Bananas songs of the night, and we'll go around real quick, talk about it. We'll give our quick top 3 and our quick bottom 3, and we'll get the hell out of here. Dylan.
Well, I'll start off by saying you could listen to all these songs on our Spotify playlist of the week. Thankfully, all of them are available on Spotify, so that will not be a problem this time. And the playlist is already made, so it's less work for me in the long run, which is great. I thought everybody picked some really cool, different solos. We kind of got a good variety of short and sweet, longer extended solos, blistering, melodic. It really had a good variety. So I really want to commend everybody for doing so well with that. I'll say my top 3 solos besides mine. I'm going to go March of the Sycophants. I love that song. It's so good. It's just fantastic. Look in Her Eyes, Vince Neil. That solo was very surprising to me. It just blew me away. And then I think I'll probably have to go with Hurricane, Y&T, because Dave Manichetti needs to be more well-known than he is. Least favorite song, solos, I'm going to say, let's see, I'll go with Burn and Kill the King because they're covers, and I'm going to go with The Crow because it's not a solo, it's a group jam. But like that's the fact is like I didn't dislike really any of the solos. I thought they were all really good picks. I had to just knock people on technicalities because I liked everything else. So that's a testament to how well you picked.
BC.
Top 3, I don't know. I would probably say The Answer, Demon Eyes. I like that. That really caught my ear. Exodus. Second, Gary Holt rips it up on that. And like you said, that's Angry Bananas.
Yeah, Angry Bananas. Angry Bananas.
I don't know. I can go with so many. But Richie Sambora and Bon Jovi. I guess I like that song, that album. Bottom ones, that Jack White song, I'm going to say. That was definitely a bottom. I don't know. The Ludo just really grabbed me a lot.
It's going to bully me.
No, I just, I don't know. I mean, other than that, I don't have bottom 3. 2.
Bottom 2, both of them are Dylan.
I'm not familiar with that Jack White now. Yeah. You brought him up many times before.
No.
Dad liked a Jack White song.
You did.
I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. That all you got?
Yeah, I've been reaching at straws to pick out. They're all good. I mean, there's just some that I just
didn't gel with.
Yes.
I enjoyed doing this. I like picking the solos. I like the songs. I like probably 95% of the stuff we talked about tonight. Some of the songs brought back some cool memories, and some I never heard of before. So, I mean, it's always cool to check out new stuff and relive some old things and check out some some shredding stuff. I absolutely love it. There were no Yngwie songs picked this evening, which I was gonna fucking pick one. I was gonna pick like a fucking 10-minute.
I would have boycotted the episode.
like Far From the Sun or whatever the hell that one is. I was just gonna pick a fucking long instrumental from fucking Yngwie and put on the list just to bust Dylan's balls, but I wanted to pick stuff that I actually enjoyed as well myself. So cool doing this. Sorry BB couldn't be here for this one. I would have liked to hear which 10 Black Label Society Ozzy's Pride and Glory songs he would have picked for his 10 songs. So
all Zach, all the time.
Yeah. So guys, let us know. Give us 3 Sick Bananas songs that we haven't picked tonight that you would like us to check out, and we'll read them out on the air, and we'll check them out, tell you what we think of them. But I'll go my bottom 3, and it's really, I don't know. I gotta go with the Jack White. It's just too weird. The solo's decent, but it sounds just like someone that can't play guitar just trying to play guitar soloing on that one. Sorry, BC Racer X. I can't. The solos are good. I just as a whole, it just doesn't click with me. And I'll say Queen only because I don't think it's a Sick Banana solo. I'm not picking it because it's bad. I'm picking it because I don't think it fits. Top 3, Y&T Hurricane, absolutely. Song and Dave Manicotti fucking tear it up. Number 2, I gotta go with Static in the Attic, man. Fucking Jesse fucking rips it up on that fucking song. Guys, seriously, check out their stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube as well. See him play live. Super nice guy, fantastic music, awesome musician. And I'm going to go with my third, The Answer. I thought that was fucking awesome. I'd never heard these guys or heard of them, so I will check more of them out. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and it was good to get back together again because like I said, we haven't recorded together since M3, and that was the beginning of May, right? What? First weekend of May?
It was like
6th, 7th, 8th?
Yeah,
for like first weekend of May. So it was a while ago since we recorded. We got some really cool stuff coming up. I absolutely cannot fucking wait to record next week's episode because I'm gonna sit probably where I am right now and watch BC's head just fucking explode. Be like fucking Michael Bolton on the In Living Color skit where he screams and his fucking head blows up. That's going to be BC next week. It's going to be fun as fuck. I can't wait to do this one. I've been waiting for a long time to do this one. So stay tuned to check that out. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. And that's all we got for you this week. So take care of yourselves and each other. And we will see you next time. And there definitely will be a next time. Listen, I gotta throw this out there, and this is no bullshit at all. When we get calls in our fire department, we get a text for all the calls that we get, and we are doing Sick Bananas solos in this episode. And I swear to God, my younger son Carson just went on a call. A 43-year-old female allergic reaction to a banana. Wow. Like, no fucking way. That is kismet right fucking there. Insane. That's so there's Sick Bananas in Carbondale, Pennsylvania, as we're talking about Sick Banana solos.